budget stuff, so I think you want to get done.
I'll be back for the training. Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, council members. I'm pleased to present the monthly financial and operations report for the period ending April 30th, 2013. Our office is projecting an ending fund balance of $159.9 million for FY 2013. This is $12.4 million in the projection from the Finance Department. The difference is due to a $12.4 million revenue projection from the Finance Department. Based on our current projections, the fund balance will be $30.5 million above the city's target of holding 7.5% of total expenditures excluding our debt service in reserve. We've increased our revenue projections, $14.3 million over last month's projection. Property tax, we increased to $7.6 million, and that's due to lower than expected TERS annual payment and higher delinquent collections. Sales tax was increased to $3.2 million, and that's to reflect the March sales tax receipt. Licenses and permits increased $1.6 million for special fire and burglar alarm permits. Charges for services were increased $1.1 million, and that was due to higher plating fees and extra container fees. Finally, we increased miscellaneous another $737,000, and that's for recoveries and refunds. All of our projections for this fund comport with the 2014 trends report that we delivered last week. As we go on to the enterprise funds, our projection for combined utility system operating expenses decreased $1.5 million, and that's for lower chemical costs and lower production. And it's also for savings in personnel. We also decreased our projection for operating transfers $4.3 million, and that's for lower than expected transfers to debt service and stormwater. In the dedicated drainage and street renewal fund, we decreased our projection for expenditures $650,000, and that's for lower construction costs, and that's attributed to project delays. Finally, in the stormwater fund, we decreased our projection for expenditures by $676,000, and that's primarily for savings and personnel. And this caused a corresponding decrease in operating transfers in. The commercial, there was no change, there were no material changes in aviation or in the convention and entertainment operating fund. The commercial paper is outlined, our variable debt is outlined minimum for general obligation debt is at 9.5% variable rate. Combined utility system about 3.1, aviation is about 17.4, and convention and entertainment facilities is about 18.3. This is the monthly financial and operations report from the controller's perspective for the period ending April 30th, 2013.
And good morning. This is the administration's financial and operations report for the period ending April 30th, 2013. Our projections are based on 10 months of actual results, 2 months of projections. We're currently projecting an ending fund balance of $172.4 million. This is approximately $7.5 million higher than last month and 9.99% of expenditures less debt. The fund balance reflects the designation of the full $20 million of the rainy day fund. The projection for revenues and other sources increased by $7.5 million from last month due to the following forecast changes. First, property taxes increased by $6 million, mainly due to lower TERS payments than anticipated, as well as higher delinquent tax collections. Second, the other franchise fees increased by $1.1 million, mainly due to higher cable TV franchise fees. Third, licenses and permits increased by $1.2 million, mainly due to higher special fire permits. Fourth, municipal court fines and forfeits decreased by $1 million, mainly due to lower ticket issuance. The projection for expenditures and other uses in the general fund remained unchanged from last month. We agree with the controller's projections on the dedicated drainage fund, the stormwater fund, the combined utility system fund, so I'll move down to the property and casualty fund. There, we saw revenues and expenditures decrease by $607,000 due to personnel savings. In the asset forfeiture fund, our revenues increased by $2.1 million due to unanticipated awards granted by the courts. And in the building inspection fund, our expenditures decreased by $387,000, and that's mainly due to personnel savings. Thank you very much, and that concludes our report.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Pennington.
Thank you very much for your reports. I gave a quick look at the Wall Street Journal this morning, and they talked about the upheaval in the international markets because economic conditions are changing, and we all know at some point the Fed is going to reduce its purchase of securities. And I just wondered if I know we do have a fair amount of short-term debt, although it's pretty small, and I just wondered if y'all have taken into consideration in your projections the possibility that the short-term rates will go up.
Actually, from my perspective, we have, and we do that on a daily basis. Right now, it has not caused us enough alarm to change any significant portions of our portfolio, but we are aware of it, and we're staying on it. As a matter of fact, we'll come back later on, and you'll see some of the short term on our transfers got a fairly decent rate, but it was not a significant drop from last year. In fact, it's probably about the same.
Thank you very much.
Vice Mayor Pro Tem Bradford.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. Good morning, Controller Green and Director Dow. Director Dow, Controller Green has projected a fund balance of $30.5 million above the city's 7.5% target reserve of total expenditures for fiscal year ending FY13. What is your projection? Do you concur with Controller Green that 30.5 is right, or what number?
Or approximately 42, our projected approximately 42 million over the 7.5%.
So you're projecting 42 million FY 2013 ending balance that is unencumbered, unspent dollars.
That is correct.
Thank you, County. Thank you, Mayor.
Councilmember Brown.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. Director Dow, you mentioned $6 million in increased property tax revenue, that more than was anticipated or predicted. Do you anticipate the same occurring next year over and beyond our projections for FY 2014?
Well, specifically on this point, on the change this month, it was a lower transfer to the TERS, which effectively means the TERS lost, the businesses in the TERS didn't get as much in protest relief as we expected. I think this year you're going to see very vigorous protests with the increases, and then the state has continued to chip away in this session at the laws that allow a fair valuation for those commercial properties. So on this one point alone, I wouldn't be surprised that the TERS transfer doesn't increase, because essentially we pulled in less from those TERS and the commercial properties there.
Do you see any impact with coming changes with the actual application of Chapter 42's changes and the increase of values as a result of that?
No, I think it doesn't take effect for 2 years, is that correct?
For the properties greater than an acre?
It doesn't take effect for a year.
Okay, so then I would not expect it to have an effect.
So what currently is the trend that you're forecasting for FY 2014 in terms of property tax growth?
Approximately 4.5%.
And last year, what was the percentage?
The percentage growth in FY13?
In actuality, because I know we're at 6 million more than we anticipated.
I'd have to do the math on this, but comparing FY here, I'm sorry, you're saying FY 2012 to the finance projection?
I believe it's about the same. I'm looking at the numbers right here, but I think you're anticipating it also at 4.5%.
I think we were in the budget, but it's exceeded, I believe, the 4.5%. I'd have to do the math on the difference between the 866 and the 906.
So you're maintaining a 4.5% like you did last year in terms of anticipations.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Further discussion on the monthly financial and operations report. Chair recognizes Councilmember Costello.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to make a motion that we accept the monthly financial and operating report for FY 2013 for the period ending April 30th, 2013.
Second.
Moving to a vote, favoring, opposed, motion carries. Council members, the controller is conducting a transaction electronically upstairs and will be coming back down approximately.
Probably about, we should be done in maybe 30 minutes or so. We closed the meeting, so we have 5 minutes just processing.
Okay. We intend to get through the budget amendments presentation fairly expeditiously, but don't leave because we have to take care of that transaction.